The next one has me super excited. I think there's going to be a lot of haymakers thrown on this one. So it's Alexander Volkov versus Walt Harris.
Yeah, so I mean, Walt Harris, unfortunately, is the one fighter that had the daughter incident happen. I remember talking to you about that before we started recording, but it's sad to see that he couldn't get that win. I mean, just for that whole situation against Overeem, but nothing to take anything away from Overeem. I mean, like, he's a gamer. He's ready for a title shot, and he just has to keep trying to prove himself in the big fights that actually matter. And so Walt Harris, for me, is just a little top-heavy, I think, against an all-around type of fighter. And getting to the ground and really grinding him out can become a massive problem. And I mean, he's got a heavy heart. There's a lot of things on this man's mind. I mean, there's a lot of reasons we can point to the tiredness, the stress that plays into maybe that fight, and maybe that plays a part into Overeem's ability to just control him so well on the ground. But Volkov likes to throw. And I mean, he doesn't really get knocked out that much. The one time we saw him get thrown was my boy, Black Beast. He got him nicely, man. Towards the end of the round, he was losing that fight. Volkov could have easily just kept his distance, bro. Kept his distance and won that fight. So why are you going against my boy Derrick like that? Derrick don't take shit from nobody. He just came right out and said, okay, you want to actually try and knock me out? Well, here's this. Pew! Psh,
yeah.
Game done. Probably one of my favorite fights of all time. Those little mistakes, I think, can happen against those kinds of fighters. I just don't think we're seeing that type of knockout power against him. So
in Walt, yeah.
Yeah, I just think Walt, he's just not the... Unfortunately, he's just not the overall skilled MMA fighter. I would love him to be at this point of his career to be able to give him some.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy you want to root for, you know?
Yeah, and so right now I can see him just being a plus 180, a plus 170, a plus 180, maybe a plus 200 underdog. But, I mean, I think between a plus 150 and a plus 200 is a fairly good range for him in this fight with some knockout power.
Yeah, and I think kind of Vegas is playing into that feel-good story, that motivation, that kind of stuff, because the odds are a little bit closer than we would expect. He's only a plus 135 underdog in this.
Wow.
Volkov's a nice minus 155 favorite.
Yeah, I think that might be a huge lay for us. I mean, going back to the fight we just spoke about from the prelims, I mean, those are two lines that stand out to me a lot that make me very, very much want to consider laying immediately, because the skill level, experience, and just overall, I mean, tenacity to kind of go in there and be able to just deal with whatever comes at you. I don't think Walt Harris can bring that same fire to the table. And maybe I'm wrong, but I think Vegas is giving him a bit more bump than I am.
Yeah, again, we touched on it earlier, but I think similar to Casey Kenny, I think this might be one where we wake up Saturday morning and Volkov is sitting closer to a minus 200. So
yeah, man, I would totally agree with that.